Welcome back to Realm of Rolls. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you're following or subscribed wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind the scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories, and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. With that said, ladies, gentlemen, and honoured guests of the Summer Court, please take your seats. The players are assembled, the stage is set, and the curtain is about to rise on a performance unlike any other. In the Feywild, however, every role carries a risk, every line may hide a secret, and not everything that happens upon the stage is part of the show. So dim the lanterns, hold your applause, and prepare yourselves for Act 1, All the Groves are Stage.
So is this your big intro? And everybody has to go, woo!
Please don't. I'm nervous enough as it is.
Oh, it's all good, it's all good.
He's got stage fright.
I do. I always do. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the audience is. It could be for a bunch of kids. I always feel nervous at start.
It's going to be the thing of like, oh, who killed the DM, isn't it?
That's the actual mystery.
Well, that's the intro song. I mean, you can do the vocals, yes.
No, absolutely not. Okay.
So we're going to bring you into the this little realm that we're playing MacDeath in. Our nice little murder mystery. This is a slightly unusual scenario in that we're not expecting any combat, which sets it apart from most other scenarios you'll ever have. If there's combat, something went wrong, and we'll go with it.
Okay.
But I'm going to be making up stat blocks as we go, so just be aware of this.
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome.
So our party are actors who have recently joined the Orb Theatre Troupe. The Orb Theatre Troupe is a travelling troupe of players and playwrights who have become famous in the last few years because of the quality of the writing and of the acting that takes place within those stories. They do travel around from place to place. They are getting larger and larger audiences, and such is their fame that the Fae themselves have heard of them and have requested their presence for a special show. This will take place at the Whimsal Grove. The Whimsal Grove is a slightly unusual place. It's a created space, it's an extra dimensional space that allows the Fae to safely converse with mortals and vice versa. Neither can harm the other there, but it is created by the Fae. So whoever the most powerful Fae is in that area has the ability to decide who can enter and who can leave. It is a relatively small space. It's only about 60 foot across. And the party are playing the actors of this troupe. They are now already in costume. They're already on stage and peeking behind the large red curtains that form the front part of that stage. Maximo Hackett, the producer, is pacing up and down behind the stage, looking nervous. He mumbles to himself about the play starting in 5 minutes or so, and the audience has yet to arrive. The grove within which this play is taking place is empty apart from the troupe itself. Moments after Maximo expresses his nervousness, the natural light in the forest dims, taking on almost a bluish hue. A crackling sound fills the air, and the hairs on the back of your neck bristle. Through a gap in the curtains, you can see 2 tiny spots of light burst into existence and begin circling the orbital rim. Then, as if stepping out from thin air, dozens of tiny winged people emerge. Some fly, others jump up and down excitedly, clapping tiny hands and running around mischievously. Next, you see 4 rabbits, dressed up in extravagant clothes, stepping into the grove, waving fans and dancing. The rabbits are closely followed by a satyr, and finally, a tall woman appears. It's hard to tell where her flowing green gown stops and the forest starts. Leaves drift from her crown made of branches, floating off into the forest in an endless stream. She sits on a large rock before the stage and claps her hands. Her entourage falls silent. The summer court has arrived. Maximo, and you can see the relief palpable on his face. He's nearly hysterical. Commands you all to prepare yourselves. And make sure you spend a few moments just memorising the lines that you've spent so long now learning. The play begins.
Is that the lines the DM gave to us 5 minutes ago?
Details. We're not going to worry about those details. So, we're going to act out the play of MacDeath, a tragic comedy penned by Willard Rattlesword himself, a famed playwright.
Woo!
Our dramatis personae are Prince Linnaeus of Kentaurus, Osil, Valentina, Hag 1 and Hag 2, and of course the Emperor. The Emperor will be played by none other than Penrod. Penrod is a famed actor whose name inspires nothing but laughter from one of our players. Penrod is the star actor of the troupe. Much as our players are obviously very skilled actors, Penrod is the reason that perhaps the plays have taken on the stature that they have. So we enter into Act 1. The Scar, a desolate landscape post-battle. Several bodies lay dead on the scorched earth. Enter Prince Linnaeus and his loyal assistant, Osil. Prince Linnaeus, would you like to start us off?
Well, old man, it looks like once again we have missed our opportunity for glory.
What bad fortune, my prince?
Never mind, onwards to the next battle.
Yes, my brave prince. Although might I suggest we continue with our leisurely pace. We wouldn't want to arrive before the action has concluded.
One of the bodies stands. Prince Linnaeus shrieks.
All hail he who shall be the Emperor.
What spectral fiend are you? Since when did the dead raise themselves without the aid of a cleric?
Nothing spectral or dead about me, bold prince. Here, check my pulse.
As your advisor, I would advise against that course of action, my prince. I am low on healing potions.
I have no intention of touching this.
Call me Deandril. Me and Ethril were just looking for some spoils of war. Saw you coming and thought it was best that we played dead.
Hag 1 kicks a body beside her. Hag 2 stands up.
That's better. My leg was starting to cramp. You know, the older you get, the harder it gets to play dead. Until, of course, you're old enough to already be dead.
Gods! There are 2 of them! Also, fulfilling your role as advisor to the prince would be a welcome course of action right now.
Kill them? Run? I don't know.
Prince Linnaeus unsheaths his sword.
I say, when we run them through, prepare to die, hags!
Tricky. I don't have a sword, my prince.
Have you never heard of an unarmed strike?
Hang on. No need for any running through or the likes. We'd probably drop dead of fright before your sword touches us.
But why don't we give them a prophecy?
A what now?
You know, a prophecy. Work with me here, woman.
Oh, right. Ethril can give you a prophecy, was it?
Yes, a prophecy, my prince, in exchange for our lives.
Osil?
I suppose being prepared can't be of any harm.
Speak then, foul creation of the dark realms!
I think her name is Ethril, my prince.
Oh, right. Prophesize away then, Ethril.
I see a cloud in your future. You will become a ruler of a great nation.
Well, tell me something I don't know.
Oh, that was good, Ethril. Where did you learn that?
with Prince Linus. Aren't you blind?
Just in the one eye. Listen, if he's a prince, do we need a curtsy or something?
I think that moment's passed.
I've heard enough. Prepare to leave this life.
The sound of a horse galloping. The Emperor arrives. Except he doesn't. There's a brief pause. There's no sign of Penrod playing the part of the Emperor. Instead, a young man is pushed onto the stage from behind the curtains. This is Ned. Ned is the understudy, and he's looking somewhat confused, but is dressed up as the Emperor. And you hear Maximo from behind the scenes whispering quickly to Prince Linus, Come on, get on with it!
Father? What are you doing here?
I would ask the same of you, Linnaeus.
Ossel and I are... What's going on? Defending the dynasty.
Just go with it. Against two old ladies.
In my defence, Your Majesty.
Not now, Ossel. Take my son back home.
As you wish, my Emperor.
But Dad!
Now. Excellent, Ossel and Prince Linnaeus. Right, ladies, I do apologise for the bad, ill manners my offspring has shown you today. Please take 10 gold each by way of compensation, and I think I trust you will never speak of this event again.
Why? Thank you, mighty Emperor.
My lips are sealed.
Then I bid thee farewell. The Emperor gallops away.
So?
So, what?
You know, did you get him?
Oh, that. Yes, I cursed all three of them, just to be sure.
The hags cackle.
Hold on, Ethereal. Is that a bear I see running towards us?
Run!
Excellent hags pursued by a bear. Act 1 ends.
Oh, dear.
So-
that was funny. Oh,
The Fae are not looking terribly amused. As much as this might have gone fairly well, there is some confusion. Obviously, Penrod did not show up on stage. And you only have a certain amount of time before Act 2 is due to start. The curtains close, and you can see Maximo going across to Ned, putting his hand on his shoulder. Good job, son. Good job. Fantastic. Just maybe go get yourself a drink, and be back here like as quick as you can. And Ned's looking very excited, and he sort of nods and rushes off to go get a drink. Maximo turns towards the four of you amongst the party. Go get Penrod now! If we don't hold up our end of the contract, who knows what they'll do?
Well, you really shouldn't give the lads, ideas. I mean, good job. I mean, I've played the role of a tree before, and that was more wooden than me then.
We don't have time to joke at my son's expense. I'm not going to pretend that he did a great job to you, but please, for the love of the gods, go find Penrod!
Where was he?
Where was he seen last?
If he's anywhere in his trailer, I don't care how much he's had to drink, wake him up and drag him here and put some makeup and costume on him.
Well, to be perfectly
Let's go
honest,
get
I thought that went rather well.
well, monsieur, I didn't have a problem with it.
And our party will head off to visit Penrod in his trailer.
Exit pursued by a stressed stage manager.
Yeah.
So Penrod's trailer is, perhaps unsurprisingly, the largest of the trailers hidden behind the back of the stage. It is the most opulent. It's painted in brilliant blue and gold and has very, very obviously been made to his demanding specifications. As you approach the trailer, there is no sign of Penrod. The door is closed, and you are fully aware that if he's in there, he keeps the door locked at all times.
Curtains? Curtains? He gets a he gets a carriage this size and curtains, and I got to sleep next to nasty ass's feet here.
Well, would you want to see him changing? That's a sight I don't need.
Fair.
Step
Come on,
aside.
Penrod!
Step aside. Let me deal with this.
All three of us go for the door at the same time.
Three Stooges. Yeah.
Stop
Pounding on the door. Penrod, you hack! Where are you?
Penrod's not the sort to take kindly to this, but despite the bashing away, which, may be informing the Fae that something is wrong across the grove, does not attract any response from inside.
Should we push the thing over? If he's in bed, it'll roll him out.
After you.
The trailer is about 20 foot long, about 10 foot wide. It's fairly large.
I start trying to rock the trailer.
I mean, it'll rock a little bit, but not a lot.
Is there windows on this trailer?
There are some windows there.
Kind of tempted to just grab a Fae creature and just throw it in a window.
Fortunately, there are curtains drawn across each of the windows.
Draw a chalk outline outline round it. God, I can't get any worms
Just well, you're not an actor.
in. Yeah.
Penrod, you got 30 seconds to open this door or we're coming in. And I might not even use the bloody door.
Hang on a minute. I start ruffling through my pockets and I pull out my thieves' tools. Can I pick the lock?
You can probably give it a go. I mean, if you're halfway decent at locks, you take one look at this and realise that he's cheapskated a little bit on this.
I expected.
Yeah. So, by all means, if you want to make me a sleight of hand check and just see if you can get through this.
Do I get a bonus from the thieves' tools?
No, they just let you do it.
Unless you use
cool,
the
got you.
proficiency
Sleight of
bonus
hand.
for skill.
A 2 with a +5 for 7.
So you
There you
might have
go.
recognised this as a pretty cheap, simple lock, but you've also recognised that it's beyond your own abilities. However, you also realise that probably no one else knows this.
Oh, well, he hasn't skimped out on the lock, I can tell you that for certain.
Step aside. Let a real man handle this.
Hang on a minute, let me have another go. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's better. It's an 18 plus 5.
Okay, so-
23.
It takes a few moments. Everyone's standing around you impatiently. You're very conscious that all the music and dancing stops from the other side of the stage. It's deadly silent, and the only sounds you can hear are you trying to pick this lock, the little scratchings as you work at it. After a failure, after realising that maybe, it's nerves, right? It's performance anxiety. That's what it is, right? You settle down, take a deep breath, and you hear this delicate little chick, and you have a knock to the door.
See? No problem for someone as skilled as me with my hands. No problem at all.
Okay.
Next time, don't breathe down my neck. It's very off-putting.
I can't help it. I have incredibly powerful nostrils. I could breathe down somebody's neck at 5 paces.
Are you a dragonborn or something? Is he a dragonborn? I don't know what basically. He could be a dragonborn.
I'll let you short in a moment.
I think that might be cultural appropriation right there.
So you managed to open the door, and you can push it open.
Yep.
You've sort of seen in here a little bit.
Is it a
before.
bachelor
There's
pad?
there's a desk, a bed, and there's even a small chest that you can see. It's quite well appointed, but none of that really is the focus of your attention. Instead, you can see Penrod lying on the floor, on his back, armed outstretched and a tongue lolling out of his mouth, but he does not appear to be breathing.
Oh, well. Did you look at that? The asshole's gone and carked it. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised, really.
I mean, the boss told us to put him in makeup and bring him back.
Right, you get his legs, I'll get his arms.
No one will be able to tell the difference in one of his performances, right?
That's a good one.
Adashi will walk up to him and just stand looking over him and go, And she'll look a bit closer and she'll say, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this man may be dead. It could be a case of murder.
Dun dun dun.
I do not think he is breathing.
Well, you're a cleric, aren't you?
Not a very good one, that's why I'm an actor.
Adashi is
fair
going
enough.
to whip her crystal ball out. And she's just going to settle it on the side. She's going to shake her fingers and she's going to make a drawing motion around the side of her crystal ball. And she's going to say, As I suspected, the man is dead.
Dun dun dun.
Excuse me, I'll be the judge of that. And I come over and I'm kind of taking his pulse.
There's nothing to take.
Are you sure? Can we loot him?
I have determined that he is dead.
Well, now that we've all established that he is in fact dead,
Dun dun dun.
who keeps on doing that?
There's just some fey bird sat on the window, and every time someone says dead, this little tiny bird just goes dun dun dun.
That's my personal soundtrack one-man band, Bernard.
Well, we're gonna have to tell Maximo that he's carked it. And honestly, I think we can put the consequences of the contract onto this guy for actually going up and dying. That's mighty inconsiderate.
Well,
He should have done that when he was out of contract.
I'll be honest, I'm going to put it on Penrod as well because it means I'm not going to get fucking paid.
Right, well, we could rewrite... maybe Maximo could rewrite the script.
Hang
The
on.
Emperor dies and we just wheel in his dead corpse in a wheelbarrow.
While
on.
you are discussing this,
Linastor rolls up his sleeves and goes, I didn't lose my medical license for nothing. Get out of the way. I'll do a medicine check on him. How did he die? How did he cark it?
so before you actually make a roll, while you're all talking like this, you realise that someone else has walked up to the outside of the trailer while you've been discussing and while there's been sound effects going on. And he's not a member of the troop. You recognise him as the satyr that has arrived with the summer court. Perhaps you might describe him as quite a handsome fellow if you ignored the fawn legs. Has got two curled horns coming from his forehead, relatively grey-skinned but with two piercing blue eyes. And he just tucks his head a little bit around the corner so he can see you all huddled around the body. What's going on then? What's disrupting my queen's entertainments?
Oh, hello there. And I'll I've got my own name. Nassian will walk to the door and kind of try and block it with his big, bulky dwarf body. Hello there, sir. How can we help you? Oh, you just asked that, didn't you? Well, with some minor issues. This kind of thing happens when you're on tour with the troupe. Certainly nothing to be worried about. But I would suggest speaking to Maximo, our producer, for any details or queries to do with the production. As you may realise, this area is for troop members only. We can't take any responsibility for any damage or injuries that you may incur in this area.
While this is going on, while this conversation exchange is happening, Adashi has pulled out a piece of chalk in the back of this trailer, and while this conversation is going on at the door, she's busy drawing a chalk line around the body on the floor.
How? So you got the trailer. Just explain the layout of the trailer to me. You say it's like 20
It's 20
foot long,
by 10.
20 foot by
yeah.
10 foot. How far along is the door? Is it like in the middle? Right.
With the body right in front of it.
The body right in front
Yeah.
of it. Don't worry, Penrose is okay. It's all right. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, that's just gonna start. Come on, mate. Let's get you sat down for a minute. He just needs a minute. We'll get some potions in him.
Are
break
we
may take a minute or
seriously
two.
weekend of Bernieing this?
You grab his hand.
Just don't worry about him. I'll get him sorted, and I'll pop him on the chair. And be like,
Can you
Meanwhile,
please make
there's
me a performance check?
yeah.
meanwhile there's still a chalk line on the floor.
Can I help him with that?
Yes.
I got a 12. -1 for 11.
You may roll advantage because
Oh,
yes. Nassian's trying to help you here.
I'll take the 12 -1 for 11. The alternative was not better.
I think the satyr will see you obviously moving this corpse around, dumping him in the chair. He's dead, isn't he?
Well, I wouldn't say dead. I'd just say maybe he hopped off the mortal coil for a brief period.
You killed him, didn't you?
No, honestly, as much as the guy was repugnant, we didn't kill him. We were just on stage, you see. I was Osel, the advisor, and you've got Prince Linastor here, and we were just on stage, honestly. But
Yes, I can see you're still dressed up as.
He's just taking a short repose from the mortal coil.
So he's dead.
Yeah.
In more.
He is temporarily absent.
Hang on. I cast Spare the Dying. Does he come back to life? No. Yeah, he's dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, he's dead.
Where is that damn bird?
So the person that played the part in his stead, he's not very good, is he?
No, as I told Maximo, I've played the role of a tree in a performance before, and his performance was more wooden than mine was back then. Yeah, he's not very good.
But
My
to be
queen will not be amused.
But to be fair, while I'm on stage, then everybody else's performance seems subpar by comparison anyway, so it's just to be expected.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, there is some level of amusement in watching a fool flounder.
My queen will not be entertained in this fashion.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. But at the end of the day, this... does this seem like our problem, guys? I mean, we're part of this trip, but this is really our problem.
I think it will be. I think it will become our problem when the Queen finds out, and we're spread across the Fey realm in various states of.
You hear Adashi with a very muffled voice coming from inside the trailer as she has her head stuck in Penrod's fridge. She's examining the contents of his fridge.
Fridge?
Yes, it's a cooled, kind of magical cooled box.
Is that next to his major image device?
Yes. I mean, in his trailer, he has like a magical cooling device that she has found.
This guy's got all the magic items.
Yeah.
A man is dead here. This is no time to be raiding the minibar.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yes,
funny that
and I think-
there's only one person that believes there's a fridge.
But I think I have solved the case. I mean, look at the cheese that is in this fridge. It is disgusting. I mean, in our Gnomish lands, we make excellent cheese. It is delightful. This stuff is rubbish.
doll.
This man clearly died of indigestion.
Adashi doll, you eat cheese with mould on it. You may think that's a delicacy, but to most of us, that's just mouldy cheese.
And that is just rude. However, I still think this man died of indigestion. Nobody can consume that and survive.
Well, cause of death aside, we have got a more pressing problem. I'm sorry, sir, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Calyx.
Calyx, right. I think what we need to do is, I think we should all go and find Maximo, including you, Calyx, because this is a little above our pay grade. I think we can all agree.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Queen isn't impressed, my head's gonna be up on a spike somewhere. It's usually what happens when you upset a Queen, right? So, what if we found out what killed him, and then we let Queenie know, and all of a sudden we're heroes. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, but we've got the slight issue that Calyx is stood in front of us while we're having this discussion, and he's also aware that Penrod.
Penrod.
What was his name?
Penrose doesn't bring the smile to Mike's face the way Penrod does.
Yeah, that's the way to remember it. It's just, if you say Penrose, I don't laugh. If you say Penrod, I got a giggle.
Okay, old Roddy boy over there.
That's worse.
Right, he's fucked. So, we're gonna have to do something, and obviously, Calix, I appreciate that I'm talking across you here, and you're just stood there like a doorpost. But you know, we don't want him going off and telling his queen that obviously there's been a murder.
I'm going to go tell the Queen there's been a murder.
Oh, okay.
Please don't do that. At
What
least,
if we solve the murder?
Well, I think you should come with me to the Queen and whoever the contracted personage is, and I think that we should explain how you killed him.
I already know. It was a case of fromage fatal.
We? We did nothing.
We?
We were on stage.
Yes,
we!
Lean forward slightly, have a little sniff. No, I do not believe it is we. Possibly indigestion, but there is that trail of saliva down his mouth there. I'm wondering whether you stuffed something down his throat and he choked on it.
You seem to know an awful lot about the method of demise here.
It's been a long time, but...
How do we know it wasn't you? You're throwing around some mighty accusations there, which don't reflect very well on you or your queen.
I believe he committed
They don't speak for
suicide. He did not want to get on stage with such great talent. He couldn't
I believe
bear
you should all
to
come
be
with me.
upstaged.
And I think that we will need to discuss the terms of the contract. Because if my queen is not going to be entertained, then I'm sure certainly in this way, I'm sure she'll find another way of becoming entertained. And I'm sure that you'll be heavily involved either which way.
Can I call my lawyer first?
Call
Where's my lawyer?
counsel.
Let's well, I got nothing. Let's just go. I'm not picking a fight with a fey creature in his own bloody realm. That is a surefire way to get your ass handed back to you.
Calix will take one last look at the body currently still slumped in the chair and the chalk outline on the bottom of the wagon as the body begins to slowly slide down and slump back onto the ground adjacent to the chalk outline.
Well, that's just pathetic.
See, he's fine.
He was never any good at stand-up comedy anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
Bernard, ba-da-boom.
That damn bird.
Oh, let's go see the queen. I don't think this is
If
going
we got an
You should come
Aaron
with
doing
me.
the soundboard performance.
No.
There it is.
Calix will turn to go, looks over his shoulder. Come on then.
No, rabbit and drum set.
And he will walk back over to the Queen, who is looking impatient in her on her impromptu throne. You can see as you go past the stage, Maximo is wringing his hands and looking around desperately. Ned seems to be rehearsing his lines on the side of his stage, which is quite worrying given that he's still reading them from a sheet of paper. And the Queen turns to face you as you approach. The rest of her entourage, which were trying desperately to keep her from becoming bored, stop in their tracks. You see the rabbits take a seat, the various fey creatures alight wherever they were flying, and the entire focus of everyone concerned is now upon you, Maximo seeing you walk towards the Queen, and he very quickly rushes up behind you. What's going on? Where's Penrod?
He's dead.
What do you mean he's dead?
Oh, he's
We
dead.
found him dead in his trailer.
He is
Waiting to show up for
expired.
the first act.
He is expired. He is dead.
He looks like he wants to say more, but you are approaching the Queen.
He has ceased to be.
Calix has certainly overheard this, and he presents you to the Queen in a manner that you're perhaps not going to enjoy. My Queen, it does appear their actor has been killed by the rest of the actors. I believe that the show will not continue.
Excuse me, one,
I
monsieur.
have
You
interrupted him.
That's
That's nothing to do with me.
Slander and calumny.
I don't know what those words are, but
You
okay.
are casting aspersions.
No, I'm not casting anything.
You have no proof
I
of anything,
don't.
and yet you blame us for Penrod's demise.
So he goes to say something else. The Queen herself sits forward and holds up her hand, and Calyx immediately backs out. I believe that we had an agreement. More, we had a contract. I came here to be entertained, and it does appear that I'm simply to be met by failure. If you're not going to uphold your end of the contract, well then, I think there would be consequences.
Wait a minute, my friend. I think that if we
Did you just interrupt me?
I'm sorry. I think if we drag the dead body up onto the stage... No?
Shut the fuck up.
Would you like to spend the remainder of your life as a butterfly?
Okay. I have wine. I have cheese. No?
I would... If I cannot be entertained by a play, then perhaps you can offer some other form of entertainment. I'll tell you what. We'll tell a story. You will tell a story about, let me think, about how an actor has come to die. About how you, I presume, came to kill him. And she looks over at Calyx, who just sort of nods a little bit. I will offer you then a way out, a deal as it were. Now, in this sacred place, we cannot harm each other, but you also cannot leave without my permission. And I do think that if you're not going to entertain me here, I think you can stay here for as long as you shall live. Now, on the other hand, if you can bring some moment of entertainment to me, some brief few seconds of vicarious pleasure, then maybe I can reward that, at least to a degree. And we can continue on and say your contract then is fulfilled. So for the purposes of this entertainment, I wish to discover what has happened here. And maybe there can be enough of a story in that to replace the other planned entertainment. And she's looking over across at Ned specifically when she says this, because I do not feel that that was going to quite do the job. You have as much time as you need to go and discover what has happened, how it has happened, and why it has happened. If you cannot do that, well, let's just say that these few trees will become very, very familiar to you. Does this seem like an acceptable deal?
Quick question. Is
Yes.
the Queen a looker?
Oh god.
She's the queen of the fairies. I
my
think
God.
we would just say yes without indulging in further description.
Well,
If he starts flirting, I'm casting Mind Sliver.
I will step forward and go, Your Majesty, Your Excellence, Your Grace, Your magnificent beauty. I am
Yes.
more than versed in giving moments of fleeting pleasure. And
No!
Mind Sliver! Mind Sliver!
You may cast Mind Sliver. Go for it. What does it do?
He must succeed on a intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so can we please, for Kallaku, have an intelligence saving throw as a spell is being
dear.
cast from Nassian.
oh dear.
Yeah, this is going to be his real strong point, right?
A 16. For a total of 16.
So there is just a brief moment where a headache starts, giving it a brief pause,
Shortly
and then it
followed-
fades.
Shortly followed by Linastor's hands grabbing his back, his collar, and just pulling him away. That sounds like an excellent idea, your lady, and just drags him away from the Queen.
Unhand me!
Not that pleasure, you muppet.
Hey!
As
If it gets us out of
do
this
not
jam,
feel
then
that
I-
you will offer any pleasure that I may wear of that sort, can't imagine spending any extra time with yourself. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to agree or disagree to the contract.
We agree.
1. Okay. That was quick. And Maximo beside you is is beside himself. He doesn't quite know what to say. He's not had a hand in this, and you've just agreed a deal for his entire troop, whether he likes it or not.
God.
On one hand, this could be a bad thing. On the other hand, it could be a worse thing. So, okay, he's going to go with that. And the Queen will simply look down to you. I shall await your story. I say you have as much time as you need, but I would advise not giving me too much time to be bored, or I might find ways to make this more interesting. And with that, she dismisses you. And we'll move on to Act 2.
Oh, no.
Well,
So-
God damn it, Gus, you're trying to get us killed.
well, that has done it.
As a master of fleeting pleasure. Shut up!
If
That
you'd
has
have
done
let
it
me
now.
finish, there is no way that anyone could ever, no females ever resisted this that you see before you.
I think Adashi would just look him up and down and raise an eyebrow.
Ah,
So-
I see you looking at me.
Ah.
You know of what I speak.
So we need to
Mon
know
Dieu.
Oh, dear
how,
God.
when...
Ah, lesbian, I
Why?
see.
Sacre bleu!
I respect that. I myself am no stranger to the bear with two backs.
And with that,
Can
I'm
we
going
use
to
any of this?
I'm going to give you guys a few minutes, take a little break in between acts. Oh, ye gods.
Gus, you're killing me.
And we will begin Act 2 properly when we return. So you're going to take 10 minutes, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, whatever you want to do, and then she'll move on to the second part of this.
Sweet
God.
Jesus.
I hope that joke wasn't crossing any lines for anyone.
No.
Dude, it's fine, absolutely fine, because this is all working very, very well. I love the way this is going. So this is perfect.
Say that. I don't know how much of this we could use.
Okay, so we shall begin Act 2.
Begin the begin.
Having just made a deal with the Fae, always known to be a good thing, our party now has a situation to resolve. They've got to try and prove their own innocence, I feel, as well as discovering who actually may have killed oh my god, I'm not called Nimrod. Who actually killed Penrod, and why they did it, and how they did it. They walk away from the Fae Queen having been dismissed. They're in the Whimsal Grove, which is it's feeling quite busy in here on this half of the stage and the auditorium. The trees themselves encircle the glade, and you can see beyond them just endless trees. Looking briefly within them, you can see little bits of movement, not like that of animals or birds or anything like that. Not that birds aren't animals, we'll move past that. But there's something there. And stories of Whimsal Grove are that there is a magical barrier there that simply leads you to never be able to leave without the Queen's permission. Within Whimsal Grove, we have the stage itself. We also have various tents and trailers belonging to the troupe. Our party must move between these locations, speak to the people that work amongst the troupe, and discover the secrets of this death. And this is where we will resume. So, for the purposes of our party, I am going to give you a nice list of places, and our dramatis personae are other people that we can speak to. So for you guys, I've just put that up in Discord. You've got Whimsal Grove as a setting, Orb Theatre in case you need the reference, a series of locations, and of course the people that you can speak to. There are of course also the Fae themselves here if you want to speak with any of them. You've already met Calyx, of course. There are also a number of pixies dancing around. You have the 4 rabbits that are also trying to get the Queen's attention and to entertain her. Also around the edges, dancing around you have various creatures that you would refer to as will-o-wisps, these balls of light that certainly highlight the Queen's presence if they show them a certain way. There may be other things around, but those are what you can see. Of course, you've got Queen Titania as well, who doesn't seem to be inviting a further audience unless you have answers or entertainment. Where do you seek to begin?
Well, I suppose I'd better go take a look at the body then. Since as I, well, technically I still have my medical license, so I might as well go put that to use.
What do you mean by technically?
You don't want to know. So I'm going to go to Penrod's trailer.
You're going together, I presume?
Yeah, I think we'll drag Maximo with us as well.
Maximo is currently hand-wringing and is going back to tell Ned that no, he doesn't get to finish his part in the play. Maximo also wants less to do with you because he's kind of hoping that if there is some sort of punishment, he's not included. Now, I'll let you resolve that another time. But yeah, quite frankly, the less he's involved with any punishment, the better. And of course, he can always claim some sort of credit if his actors entertain the Queen still. So it sounds like you're on your own.
Typical two-faced weasel. Right, let's go.
I'm going onto that wagon, he's coming with me. I will head back to Penrod's trailer.
Okay. So as previously described, Penrod's trailer is the most luxurious of all the trailers. Brilliantly blue and gold. Of course, the door is now hanging open. You know what's inside. Somehow the body has moved and you've now got a dramatic hand flopping outside of the trailer, which you can see as you come up to it. The other members of the troupe are seemingly keeping themselves busy and out of the way. No one has approached the trailer. They probably don't want to be associated with this in any way that they can avoid. You can go on up and you can go on in. It's if you pull the curtains, it becomes quite a light, airy space. And you're welcome to have a look around. As described, the main piece of sort of furniture here, there are a couple of sort of chairs here. The main things that you'll see in here is a desk with a couple of drawers in it. There is various bits of paper on top of it. There is, of course, a bed that, perhaps unsurprisingly, doesn't look like it's been made recently. And there is a small chest to one side. Of course, the other important thing, there is a body on the floor and a chalk outline that seems to have been recently inscribed upon the floor.
Right, okay then. Well, the way I see it is there's four of us, if we split up. You with your dodgy medical licence, if you take a look at that body, see if you can determine a cause and time of death. You might have another career as a mortician, who knows. Adashi, if you want to look in, not in the fridge, whatever the fuck fridge is, look at that desk, take a rifle through the drawers, see if you can douse or something like that. And Cal, you take a look at his, look in the chest over there and the bed and maybe see what kind of underwear he wore. I don't know.
I'm given
this creates
skivvy
kind
duty.
You never know, there might be something nice you can have.
Oh, it's a thumb!
Of all the indignation.
So this creates kind of an interesting scene. We've heard from our various actors, but we don't actually know who they are, or what they look like, or what they do. So, leaning over the body, inspecting it to see what information they can gain, we have Linastor. What does Linastor look like in his current get-up as Hag 2?
Oh god.
Linastor is a towering dragonborn, copper scales. Carries himself with a level of pride, but you can definitely tell at some point was more martial in his practices. He has a holy symbol hanging from his neck. and is currently wearing the ragged robes you would more expect out of them. A stereotyped crone. Or stereotyped hag. Yeah, basically.
Okay. So while you're sort of bending over the body and having a look at things, I would like you to make me a medicine check, please.
7 plus 5 for 12.
Okay, so Penrod is definitely dead.
Established.
Dun dun dun.
Damn bird.
There is.
Wait, I'm gonna put. Oh no, that's my hand.
As to what may have been led to his death, it's a tad tricky. I mean, it would take a real expert to be able to, tell that. Of course, there's no wounds on the body, to tell there's no sort of marks of strangulation or such. There isn't very much. There's a little dribble of white saliva out of the corner of the mouth, but there's no sign of injury in any other way.
Oh, no axe to the back of the head then?
No, hasn't been axed. Next, of course, we're going to move across, I think, to Kallaku. You were going to be investigating the chest again on skivvy duty. So you're going to, of course, bend down and have a look at this chest. Can you please describe to us what we see when you're doing this?
So Kallaku, or Cal to his friends, is quite
Kallaku,
yeah. It's quite the yeah, exactly. He's quite the large stature of a fellow, barrel-chested, square-jawed, slick-back hair with a curly Q and that. It's like typical Giga Chad Gaston type.
Giga Chad.
Yeah.
And what sort of person is this Giga Chad Kallaku? I mean, is he a spellcaster? Is he a warrior? What does he do?
Well, he's a
Beyond being an actor.
He's a heroic fellow that kind of a devoted protector of the people. He's a soldier by trade, but has a kind of a slight holy slant to that.
And what does he look like in the get-up of Prince Linnaeus?
How tight and transparent are his leggings is the question.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tight tights. The tights that go all the way. It takes a real man to wear tights. But yeah, we're looking at a cream off-white coloured like tunic with wearing tights and fine shoes with a slight gold trim to it.
So when you're going to go down and have a look at this chest, surprisingly, it's actually unlocked. As you lift up the lid, you discover that it's actually holding a large number of coins, far larger than you might perhaps have expected, even from an actor of Penrod's stature. You would guess that, there's a good mix of gold and silver, mostly gold, and you'd guess there's a few hundred coins here.
I've only found 50 coins.
They're definitely going to be visible through the outline of those leggings.
So while you're counting those coins, because I presume that would be on your mind.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to think. My profession would lead me in one way, but my personal philosophies and that is like, well, he's not gonna need it.
So while you're picking up the pennies, shall we say?
Now you know where all our tips have gone.
I've got quite the tip for anyone that wants it.
Great.
I suggest you save that for the Queen.
You tried.
I tried.
Mine sliver on both of them.
Let's move across to Adashi while you're doing that. Now, Adashi, what is it you're doing?
Well, Adashi she's going to be perhaps looking at the trailer door.
Okay.
Because it was locked when they got there, but yet he was seemingly expired inside. So I think she would be examining the lock to see how the locking mechanism works and checking perhaps other locked areas like windows, perhaps. Maybe they
Looking for
open.
routes of access and things like that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sure. So if you're going to be doing that, that's fine. What do you look like? I mean, what in your hag one get up?
Well, her Adashi, she was once a striking figure in her youth. These days, she now bears the gentle marks of her 55 years and the experience that has gone with it. She's kind of just to look at her, you would see she would have mid-length, wavy hair. She's not very tall, obviously. She's a gnome, so she's an average build for a gnome, about 3'3". She's dressed conservatively, though. She has a blue and white horizontally striped tunic. She has a black hanky tucked into the breast pocket. But she wears these ivory breeches, so they're like akin to vintage riding breeches. So they're puffy, they're tight-fitting, but they puff out at the sides of the thighs, on the outer thighs. And she wears knee-length, low-heeled brown laced-up boots, leather ones.
It's an interesting look for a hag.
Oh, so are these underneath the hag clothes, or are this what she's wearing as a hag?
Yeah. So she accessorises with matching dangly feather earrings, pearl necklace at her throat, no jokes, thank you, and an ivory beret. An ivory beret worn at a jaunty angle.
An eclectic mix.
Yes, yeah. So she has like an ivory
This is
robe.
a very fashion-conscious hag.
She is, she doesn't, she's...
I like how I've gone for like hag robes and just like but on stage that would just look as like one rich hag and her poor sister who's been dragged along for the ride.
Yeah.
You were the corpse on the floor, right?
Yeah,
she's got quite an opulent robe over the top of it all, like an ivory robe to match. So, yeah.
Also, hag sisters. One is a 3-foot gnome, the other is a 7-foot dragonborn.
Yeah,
I just get the idea. She walked out in her full getup, and Max Bear was like, and she was like, no. Just walk onto the stage.
It's like somebody who's gone into a dressing room and taken the most opulent clothing off that you can, but she's never returned it to the wardrobe. She just wears
perhaps.
it because it's more than she could afford, but she just wears it, man. She, on and off stage, it's just there. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, she's a talented diviner. She's good at diviner. Divination.
Diviner?
Bit of a divvy,
Yeah,
I think.
diviner. She's a talented diviner, and she has an obsession for cheese and wine.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
did she have a diviner stick?
No, she has a cheese knife.
That's your magical. That is your arcane focus. Is a cheese knife.
She has a cheese knife. Yes, it is a cheese knife.
It does both piercing and slashing damage.
Yeah. So that's what you see. She's just.
I see cheese in your future.
When the spell fails, you just go, oh, stab.
Does she smell of cheese as she's walking around?
No, she
Garlic.
does carry a bunch of truckles in her backpack. She has a bunch of truckles, some wine, and some crackers always in her backpack. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we see
Yeah.
wandering around the insides of this equally ridiculous caravan trailer, looking for other things that we know. Can you make me an investigation check, please?
An investigation check.
Yep.
Right,
You're sure to be good at this.
Oh my god, I wouldn't bet on it. Investigate.
No way.
I don't know. Should I get advantage on that as well? Yeah, no, it's an 11 plus.
Why?
She just has advantage according to her sheet. It is an 11 plus 5 for a 16.
Okay. So wandering around, having a look at the locks and the doors and the windows, you will discover that the windows were all closed. Curtains had been pulled. And you will, however, discover some small scratches on the outside of the door, around the lock, indicating that it may have been picked recently.
Oh, very funny. A failed attempt by any chance?
No, that was a success. You get the information, you're good.
Yeah, but if you noticed, it was a very high quality lock.
We just basically bumbled through the scene and contaminated the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, no shit.
Sam, where do you get advantage on skill?
I've got advantages on nearly everything on my sheet.
What do you mean
According
advantage?
to this.
What from?
What are you looking at?
School of Magic. Divination.
Somewhere here, it says advantage to everything that's related to
On
this.
intelligence, wisdom, charisma, saving throws.
Oh, saving throws. That's a skill check.
Sam!
Oh, there's
Wow.
it's on everything.
Wow.
That's the most blatant case of cheating I've ever seen.
Glad I caught that early. Wow!
Oh, wow, man.
Bernard!
Okay.
Otherwise, everyone plays a gnome, right?
That damn bird's back.
Bernard. Well, it's funny. Anyone would think that I'd actually mentioned that to the DM before, and he never mentioned anything.
You never did.
You might want to check your messages.
Oh, gods. Okay.
Okay, it was an 11 then. There were scratches. It's still.
Are you divine a subclass?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you a wizard?
Yes.
Divine
Yes.
a subclass?
Yeah.
Have you done your portents?
No, I haven't rolled them yet, but I will.
Okay.
I'll
Do that
I'll roll
because
them
you
now.
can just they're really good.
Yeah. Oh my god, a nat 20.
Okay. So yeah, you
And a 3. Opposite ends of the scale like that.
Okay.
Uh,
Right.
I'm sorry, Rick.
No, that's okay. That's funny. Okay.
right, there you go.
So we have of course been through and we've looked at Linastor, we've looked at Adashi, we've looked at Kallaku, Cal for the friends he doesn't have, and that leads us back to Nassian, the last of our investigators, shall we say?
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about Nassian, what they look like, what they're doing here, and maybe what on earth they're actually doing?
Yeah, so Nassian is a 3'11" dwarf, reasonably stocky, equivalent of kind of like mid-30s in human years. So he doesn't look that old, he doesn't look that weathered. He's dark of hair, short, neatly trimmed beard. And the clothes he's wearing as his almost royal advisor are in fact just his normal clothes because he can't be bothered to get changed out into an outfit. It's just simple black pants, sturdy leather boots, a almost kind of black doublet, some gold detailing, a bit of a cape. It's passable as a royal advisor's wear, but also pretty hardy and sturdy for everyday use. He has 2 daggers at his belt, but if you would hug him, you would probably get pricked by several because he is currently bristling like a hedgehog with daggers, which he has concealed across his body.
Just what an actor needs.
He joined... where did I put it? He joined a troop to... they would kind of know this, escape a town where he was wanted. And he's pretty likes choreographing fight scenes and kind of telling Maximo that he's very wrong in how things should happen. People don't bleed like that when they're stabbed there.
Feels like a Christopher Lee reference.
It really wasn't intended to be. but he's a little shady, likes things the way he likes them.
You say
telling-
little shady, 3'11" shady,
Yeah.
approximately.
Yeah. Likes telling
please
people
stand
kind of what to do. So he's currently looking around, content with both Cal and Linastor looking and doing what he's kind of directed. Looks at Adashi, kind of thinks, I'm not really going to get it to do it. It's a bit like a cat, isn't it? You're not going to get it to do anything you want. And then proceeds to go over and look at the desk and papers himself, kind of pulling out the drawers, checking for any secret buttons or storage areas, and just kind of taking a look around there.
Okay, so you're certainly working to that and sort of go through the paperwork. And on top of the papers, you will you'll see what looks like a partly finished note, handwritten note that's on there. What I'm going to do for you,
Oh God.
is I'm going to put that up in our chat so you can see that. Okay, and I shall read that out for folks.
Okay.
So, we had an agreement. If you don't honour it, I will have no option but to... And then there is just an ink smear, as if he has died while writing it.
Well, I think we found the method of murder right here. He was in the middle of writing a note, and honestly, I didn't think Penrose could write, so maybe he just overheated his brain.
But could Penrod write?
Who's Penrod?
the dead guy.
I thought his name was Penrose.
No, it's Penrod.
You sure?
Not anymore.
I mean, yeah, pretty sure. Penrod was his name.
If you waited to insight that, he 100% knows that it isn't Penrose, but he's just doing it on purpose at this point.
No, I think you mean
I
Penrose.
mean, to be fair, I never learned any of your names, whoever you are.
So there is one more thing. I mean, you're obviously doing this all at the same time, and you perhaps all trying to present whatever information you've gathered. I think it would be Adashi, who was obviously looking around for any sort of extra information, would have noticed one other detail. Under Penrod's bed, you will see what looks like an empty wine goblet.
An empty wine
goblet.
Right.
As you sort of reach down, pick it up, you'll notice the goblet itself is empty. There's no liquid within, but there are some small splinters of wood at the bottom.
If I get to the content of the note, it said, "We had an agreement. If you don't honour it, I will have no option but to bleh." I assume that's what he died. He didn't actually write bleh.
What, he wrote blur?
No, he didn't write blur. He just kind of splattered the ink everywhere. Like,
Are you sure he didn't write blur? Maybe he was dictating. And
No. I mean, the angle of the way the pen's gone, it makes him look like he's fallen over while he's writing.
Fancy Pants points at. Guess what's cat's name?
Kallaku.
Fancy Pants. Grab his shoulders and help me get him outside.
Oh, sorry, what?
Grab his arms. I'll get his legs. Help me get him out. I'll take him outside.
Actually, we skirted the most important question here, and that was, did Gus actually find any of the underpants?
No, he did not. Inside the chest was just some pennies.
Yeah, my pantaloons are kind of bulging at the sides now, though.
I'm glad he said. I'm glad he said the sides.
Yeah, kind of jangling slightly.
Yeah, I think people would be very. I mean, by the time you scooping these coins up, people would have heard. I mean, there's no way you'd have done this quietly.
Oh yeah, there's no way I was being subtle about it.
No, there are in total 375 gold pieces and 50 silver pieces.
Oh my god!
And your pockets now will be overflowing and probably down around your knees.
Well, there was no.
Do we have to roll to see if it pulls the leggings with it?
It probably would. They almost certainly have pulled the leggings down if he's attempted to put all those in his pockets.
I would put a few in the codpiece.
Oh no!
From outside the carriage, once we've got Penrod's body outside of it. Das, can I pinch a knife, please?
Sorry?
Yeah, sure. And I don't even go out. There's just a dagger spins out and just lands in the dirt at your feet.
Swing.
I'm gonna clean it off from the dirt. It's sharp. I'll nick his trousers. I'll nick Cal's trousers where it's bulging at the seams from the pennies, so they all spill out. Yeah, it's sharp enough. And then
so you carry the body outside. You've taken a knife. Yeah.
Using the knife, what I'm essentially going to do is just try a very basic autopsy on his throat. Now I've seen that there's wood splinters in the.
I mean, okay. This wouldn't be perhaps normal practice, but you could make a medicine check if you'd like.
Essentially, I'm trying to get another medicine check.
Yeah, I'm going to give you disadvantage on this. There is no way.
My knife is very sharp.
Yeah.
Is that not giving me advantage?
No. It's a 15 or a 13.
Okay. What, total?
Yeah, sorry, total. Yeah.
So I think, actually, you would discover that there is, certainly, around the inside of his mouth, there's this sort of dark red colour, as if from like a wine or something like that. It does appear, though, that he might have been bringing some of it back up, as if it might somehow have been the cause, or certainly related to the cause of his death.
So he's poisoned through the goblet, basically.
You could maybe make that guess. The wood, however, still a mystery.
So you think it may have been poison?
Either poison, or, well, is it still technically poison if it's like someone put wood splinters in your drink and you drank the drink? Whatever that is.
No.
Quite frankly, cruel, ruining someone's decent wine like that.
Well, yes, I think obviously, if Linastor shared the goblet and the information, the goblet, I think
you were the one who
Adashi
found the
would-
goblet.
You were the one who found the
You were the one who
I
found the
found
goblet.
Sorry, okay, so I would have taken the goblet. Obviously, I'd have shared that information with everybody. I think I would have smelled it because I'm quite au fait with wine. Does it smell of anything?
It smells of wine.
It just smells.
At
of
some
wine.
point in the last week, it's been used for wine.
Seeing Adashi do this, can I take the goblet from her and give it my own sniff to start off with?
You can. It smells of wine.
Okay. Can I, and this is going to be really stupid, I've got resistance against poison because I'm a dwarf. Can I lick it?
Yes. I mean, you certainly can.
I just want to taste if there's anything left in the bottom, taste it.
There's nothing. There's no liquid left in the bottom.
Okay, okay. So
There's
my goal
residue,
is
isn't it?
to give the inside of the cup, lower down, a lick,
Ugh.
and then leave it and see if anything happens, and then lick around the edge of the cup to see if it was in the wine or on the rim of the cup. Because I'm assuming if it's poison, I'm gonna have to make some saves.
Most people use water
I love
to
the
clean
idea.
things.
I'm more thinking of when you get a dog a pup cup, and then just the tongue just goes straight in. Is that what a dwarf tongue is like?
So yeah, you can stick your tongue in the goblet. You can do that, and it's not necessarily a clean goblet in the sense that there are, although there's no liquid in it, it's obviously been used for wine and hopefully not other substances for a while. And you are going to stick your tongue and sort of rim it around a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trust in my dwarven resilience.
I mean, you can do that. It doesn't taste great. And at some point over the next 3 to 4 days, I'm probably going to make you roll some saving throws.
Sweet.
But that might be against other things other than poison. We'll have to wait and see.
So at the moment of licking it, I have no clue whether it's...
No, it just tastes like stale wine and very, very odd other flavours mixed in.
Okay, well I can tell
Not
you...
terribly pleasant.
tell you 2 things. One, this guy never washed his goblet. Probably didn't wash his giblets either.
Ugh, that sounds disgusting.
Why are
And
you
the other
licking
thing
his
is-
dirty cup?
But if we're assuming that it's poison, which it's looking like it might be, I'm pretty tough against poison, so we'll know within the next 3 to 4 working days whether anything's happened.
I will get my chalk ready.
Oh,
Even
excellent.
as a
If
former
we-
medical
if we-
professional,
Yeah. If the dwarf doesn't drop dead in the next few days, then we know we're good. Brilliant.
even as a former medical professional, I can tell you that's not how it's done.
And I'm going to point out the slight flaw in the logic there. So you're drinking it in the hope that there's poison. So either you're dead and it is poison, or you're not dead and it's either not poison or you resist the poison.
There's logic in there.
I mean, that's not the word I'd use, but okay.
It'll be fine. If it was particularly potent, the effect would appear immediately. And as you can see, I'm not dead.
You die.
Oh. Damn.
So yeah, it's unpleasant, but it's not problematic.
Right, well, I might need some medical attention in the next couple of days. Who knows?
I'm going to put Cal,
Yes?
where did you get all that gold?
Well,
Bear in mind, I'm holding a knife.
well, he's not going to need it, is he? And we deserve some compensation for what is going on right now. I don't think we're actually going to get paid.
So, I'll tell you what, I've got 2 trains of thought happening right now, Cal. I'm going to go with the most obvious one first. The most obvious one is, are you carrying evidence in your pockets right now? Because this note suggests to me that he was bribed for some reason or another, and it's been bumped off for it.
Well, he was quite a wealthy actor. I'm sure he was getting top bidder. I'm sure he was getting paid far more than we were.
here's my second point as well. Bear in mind, I've got the knife in my hand. At what point did you go, oh, he's not going to need it anymore, and we need compensation? Was that the royal we, by you putting all of it in your own pockets?
Reach in, take out a handful. I just gesture it towards you.
There we go. We're going to divvy it up fairly.
Yeah. Bearing in mind that's only one of the pockets that I've hidden it in.
The other two is probably still looking slightly aghast at the fact they're not including them this we.
The other pocket I've sliced open anyway, so...
I would say with that number of coins that as you're walking around, it's very obvious you've suddenly come into the possession of a large sum of money to anyone within about 15 feet of you.
Nobody wants to cop these coins, though. We're good on those.
You can keep those.
Yeah,
That's your share.
If it's sweaty, you can keep them, right?
When you work in a shop and someone comes in, they pay with money they're taking out of their top. I'm like, no,
money.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I am not shy. You can cross my palm with silver anytime.
Anyway, so somebody gave this guy lots of money for an agreement. It's my thinking so far, and that agreement has gone sour.
Well, that's pretty much what it says on the paper.
We had an agreement.
Just a quick question to the DM on the
course.
dramatis personae. Willard Rattlesword, is he actually with us?
He is with the troop, yes.
He is with the troop.
He has his own trailer.
So everybody on this list is people actually.
Correct, yeah.
Well, we have people who work with wood on site, don't we? He can usually be found in his trailer.
Jodor, he's the set builder.
Yes, he might have something. You could ask him, perhaps. We go to his workshop.
I say it's time we split the party up.
And I suppose
sounds
you are
like the
going to
worst
follow
idea.
the money.
Well, I can only think of two people who'd have the money to kind of give. Although, why kill him and not take the money? Although, if they use poison, they haven't been able to get in to get the money. But there's only two people I can imagine who'd have that kind of money to hand.
Well, somebody must have been in there. The door was locked and he was dead.
Well, Willard, who wrote this play, who I have notes for, but that's not relevant now, or Maximo, they'd have the money for that. Plus, if not, they might know who Penrod was friendly with in the town. Not in the town, in the troop.
How long have we been in this clearing?
I mean, you would have arrived here very early part of the morning to set up and do this. The Queen and her court would have arrived bang on midday. Okay. So we haven't advanced much beyond that, maybe 45 minutes or so.
Okay, so and we've been able to enter just freely, or did we have to get the Fae permission to enter?
This needs to be a prearranged thing. The Queen of the Fae needs to allow you to join, and she again has to be the one to allow you to leave.
Well, there is another possibility. It's not one of our troop.
Well,
No, I don't think that's likely. But I don't think it's a good idea to split up. Not when we've been accused of murder. And this time I didn't commit it. But I think we should perhaps maybe speak to Maximo. Maybe find out who was the last one to see Penrose alive.
Penrod.
Is it?
Was.
Never mind. Never mind.
Well,
It's going to be a thing now. You're going to say Penrose, I'm going to correct you. Is it?
I will speak with him. I want to have some choice words with Maximo as it is anyway. So I will go and speak to him. I'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
Well, let's go discuss with with Maximo then.
Our thanks to Critical Kit for creating the adventure featured in this campaign. Check them out via the link in the bio. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support the show, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind the scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories, and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. The next episode will be out on Tuesday the 21st of July. We hope to see you there. Until then, keep rolling.